When you first lay eyes on the Fool card in a tarot deck, you might be struck by the image of a carefree figure, standing on the edge of a cliff, ready to step into the unknown. But who is the Fool, really? And what does this card mean for you as you begin your own journey with individuation and tarot? To answer these questions, we need to delve into the rich symbolism of the Fool and explore how this archetype ties into the broader themes of Jungian psychology and Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. Welcome to Journey Beyond. Today's video is about the Fool's journey and how embracing being a fool is the gateway to wisdom. Carl Jung introduced the concept of archetypes, which are universal, primal symbols that reside in our collective unconscious. These archetypes are patterns of behavior and thought that we all share, regardless of culture or background. The Fool is one such archetype, representing the innocent, the naive, and the beginner. But there's more to the Fool than meets the eye. In Jungian terms, the Fool is a symbol of potential. It's the part of you that is open to new experiences, unafraid of making mistakes, and willing to take risks. The Fool doesn't know what lies ahead, and that's precisely what makes this archetype so powerful. It's the willingness to step into the unknown that leads to growth and transformation. Jung might argue that the Fool is the precursor to the Savior, because it is only through embracing our foolishness that we can eventually find wisdom and enlightenment. When you start your tarot journey, you're embodying the Fool. You're stepping into a new world, one filled with mystery and possibility. You might feel like you don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. The Fool reminds you that it's perfectly fine to be a beginner, to not have all the answers. In fact, it's through this very state of openness and curiosity that you'll begin to uncover deeper truths about yourself and the world around you. And here's something else that often comes into play: synchronicity. It's like these meaningful coincidences that pop up just when you need them. You might pull a card that speaks directly to a situation you're facing, or notice patterns in your life that seem too perfect to be random. That's synchronicity guiding you, nudging you along your path. When you stay open, like the Fool, these signs can help you navigate your journey, showing you that even when you feel lost, you're exactly where you need to be. Joseph Campbell developed the concept of the hero's journey, which is a narrative pattern that appears in myths and stories from around the world. The hero's journey describes the path that a hero takes as they venture into the unknown, face challenges, and ultimately return transformed. In many ways, the Fool's journey through the major arcana of the tarot mirrors the hero's journey. As you move through the tarot's major arcana, you're essentially following the Fool on this journey, and it's a journey of individuation. Each card represents a different stage of the Fool's path, from the first step into the unknown to the ultimate realization of self. Let's walk through this journey together. The first two cards after the Fool, the Magician and the High Priestess, represent the first tools you'll encounter on your journey. The Magician is about harnessing the power of the conscious mind to shape reality. It's your ability to take action, to manifest your desires in the world. On the other hand, the High Priestess represents the subconscious mind, the intuitive knowledge that guides you from within. As the Fool, you're learning to balance these two forces, action and intuition, as you begin your journey. Next, you encounter the Empress and the Emperor, symbols of nurturing and structure. The Empress is the archetype of the mother, the one who nurtures growth and creativity. She represents abundance, fertility, and the natural world. The Emperor, in contrast, represents order, authority, and structure. He is the father figure, the one who creates rules and boundaries. As you progress on your journey, you learn to integrate these energies, finding a balance between creativity and discipline, nurturing and authority. The Hierophant and the Lovers represent the next stage of the journey. The Hierophant is the archetype of tradition and spiritual guidance. It's about understanding the rules and structures of the society you live in and finding your place within them. The Lovers, on the other hand, represent choice, particularly the choice between following your own path or adhering to societal expectations. As the Fool, you're now confronted with the need to make decisions that align with your true self, even if it means going against the grain. The Chariot symbolizes willpower, determination, and control. It's about harnessing all the forces at your disposal to move forward with confidence. But soon after comes strength, which is less about physical power and more about inner courage. It's the realization that true strength comes from within, from your ability to face your fears and doubts. On your journey, you're learning that progress isn't just about pushing forward. It's also about mastering the inner challenges that arise along the way. The Hermit represents a turning inward, a time of reflection and solitude. It's a moment in your journey where you step back from the world to seek deeper understanding and insight. Following this, the Wheel of Fortune symbolizes change, often sudden and unexpected. It's the recognition that life is full of cycles and nothing stays the same forever. As the Fool, you learn to accept the ebb and flow of life, understanding that change is an inevitable part of the journey. Justice represents the need for balance and fairness. It's about understanding the consequences of your actions and striving for harmony in your life. The Hanged Man, however, introduces the concept of surrender. Sometimes to move forward, you must be willing to let go, to release your attachment to outcomes and trust in the process. This stage of the journey teaches you that true growth often requires sacrifice and the willingness to see things from a new perspective. The Death card, despite its ominous name, symbolizes transformation. It's the end of one phase of your journey and the beginning of another. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you to make room for new growth. Temperance follows, representing the process of integration. It's the blending of different aspects of yourself to create harmony and balance. As the Fool, you're learning that transformation is not about destruction, but about the alchemical process of becoming whole. The Devil represents the temptations and attachments that can trap you on your journey. It's the shadow side of your personality, the parts of yourself that you might prefer to ignore. But soon after comes the Tower, a card of sudden revelation and upheaval. It's the moment when everything you thought you knew is turned upside down, forcing you to confront the truth. As difficult as these experiences might be, they're necessary for breaking free from old patterns and beliefs. The star is a symbol of hope and inspiration, a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is light. The moon, however, warns of illusion and deception, both from others and from within yourself. It's a time of uncertainty and confusion where things might not be what they seem. Finally, the sun represents enlightenment, clarity, and joy. It's the realization of your true self, the culmination of all the lessons you've learned on your journey. The Judgment card symbolizes awakening and self-realization. It's the moment of reckoning, where you're called to account for your actions and decisions. It's a time of reflection, but also of new beginnings. Finally, the World represents completion, the end of the journey, and the achievement of wholeness. As the Fool, you've now come full circle, having gained wisdom, insight, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. What's fascinating about the Fool's journey is that it's not just some abstract concept, it's your story. We all find ourselves on this journey at different points in our lives. Whether you're starting a new job, diving into a new relationship, or just exploring a new side of yourself, you're stepping into the shoes of the Fool. Start with something simple, like pulling a daily card. Each morning, draw one card and reflect on its message throughout the day. This practice helps you tune into your intuition and sets a tone for how you navigate your day. When you're ready to go deeper, try a 3-card spread: past, present, and future. This layout helps you see how your past influences your present and shapes your future. Trust your intuition as you lay out the cards and just let them speak to you. The tarot is like a map for this journey, giving you guidance and insight as you face challenges and discover new opportunities. But it's not just about what's happening on the surface. The Fool's journey is deeply tied to individuation, which is the process of shedding your old skin and discovering the layers of your psyche. And that's where active imagination and synchronicity come in. Active imagination is this practice where you engage with the symbols and images from your unconscious, like the ones you find in the tarot, and let them guide you. It's a way of bringing those hidden parts of yourself into the light. Then there's synchronicity, those meaningful coincidences that seem to happen just when you need them. When you're on this path of individuation, these little signs can pop up to guide you, almost like the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. So, who is the Fool? The Fool is you, at the start of every new adventure. It's the part of you that is willing to take a leap of faith, to step into the unknown, even when you don't have all the answers. The Fool reminds you that every journey begins with a single step, and that it's okay to feel uncertain, or even foolish at times. What matters is that you're willing to begin, to embrace the adventure, and to trust that the journey will lead you to where you need to be. As you continue on your individuation journey, remember that the Fool is always with you, and it's okay to be a fool sometimes. Thank you for watching this video. Leave us a like if you found this video valuable. If you like this type of content and have a desire to learn more, please subscribe to Journey Beyond.